thank you for tuning in. Time Magazine named Donald Trump Person of the Year. And it was kind of like what is it called? A backhanded compliment? Is that what they call it, Robin?
Yep.
Like a backhanded compliment because it said the president of the ununited states or the divided states of America, however it was worded. And I thought, gosh, would you have done that with anybody else? I don't know. I mean, I'm supporting Trump, but with carefulness, as I do with every president, by the way. I think it's our job, because we're the employer, I think it's our job to make sure that the person who has that job answers to his or her boss, and we are the boss of the president. That's the way our founding fathers set it up. Andrew J. Schatkin is on the phone. He's an attorney. He's listed in a bunch of who's who in America, who's who in the world, who's who in American law. He is the principal of the Andrew J. Schatkin law firm, and he wants to talk to us about, he's an accomplished author as well, by the way. He wants to talk to us about Time Magazine's negative assessment of Donald Trump. Andrew Schatkin, good morning, sir. What an honor.
Good morning. I'm really happy to say a few words about this because I really think that we got to get some facts out, Larry.
Go ahead.
Okay, one of the things they say here, you know what they say? This is really an outrage. They said she crushed Trump among voters who cared most about experience and judgment and temperament, qualities that have typically mattered. This is a secret ballot, Larry. I'm not aware you're able to track down who votes for who. I mean, I'd like to know how you can do that.
I know. I wondered the same thing. I wondered the same exact thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so, and then they say, in this thing, they always bring up this race issue about Donald Trump. First of all, this man has run a huge, successful business. I assure you, he's not able to do that having racial feelings. I doubt it, okay? Or anything against women. He applies hundreds of women, thousands of women. I mean, Larry, you know, it's a statement that's so far out of the facts that I have nothing to say. Also, they say about, I don't know how you feel, personally, I'm pro-life, Larry, you know.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a pro-life Lutheran Christian, and this is the position I take. But it is not to be anti-woman to be pro-life.
No, of course not.
It is to be concerned about a human being, whether they're old, disabled, whatever they are.
That's right.
I mean, and as you well know, and I think many, many abortions are imposed on the Black and Latino community. A large percentage of them are. And so, far from being racist, this man cares about people. He cares about enough that that he wants them to live.
Right.
You know?
Well, all we had to go by, trying to make sure that both sides of this are in here. Not that I need to, but all that we had to go by were his words. And in the case of somebody who's held office before, you do have some policies. But in his case, he didn't have any. He was never in an elected office. But with that said, I think if you listen to a man's words, who's now he's thrust into this position where he has to answer to social questions, and he's never done that. He's been a businessman. He hasn't really devoted a lot of his thought to abortion issues. He probably had a thought about it and just went on to the next thing. It wasn't his job.
But you're right.
So I don't know.
Also, I want to say something else. I know that people are going to say, if you say anything against the Muslim religion, you're sort of targeted by the left. But he has addressed this issue. We have had, I just read in the paper today, and it was the Coptic Christians in Egypt under severe attack. A church was destroyed. I mean, the Muslim community, for better or for worse, I have nothing against them personally. Most of them are very nice people, probably. But within that religious system, they have this position of killing Christians and Jewish people. And I think it's true.
Well, I think it's hard to identify an enemy, and it's a mistake to think you've figured it out. I mean, unless they're wearing Nazi uniforms, they're probably going to be hard to really identify based on anything. We know some very sweet people who are Muslim, and I don't think...
No question about it.
I think he made the mistake. Again, the same thing. He hasn't really been dealing with it. He's a businessman.
Right.
But I think the smart thing he's done in the past was all those buildings that have his name on it, He didn't lay he didn't lay one brick, okay? He found people who knew how to lay bricks, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
And the same thing is going to be, I think that's going to be the method of his presidency, is to find people who know how to do something with a level of expertise.
Right. And when I said this, Larry, I don't mean I'm prejudiced, because I don't make a judgment on individuals, but he is correctly addressing this particular issue, which is a national security issue.
Well, I think if you categorize everybody as either illegal or legal when it comes to immigration, that's already established in law. There's already a law that says here's how you become a legal immigrant, and if you don't do this, then it's illegal, and that's the clear defining line right there. And he didn't draw it; it was drawn before him.
It's true. Yes, he has been accused by taking that position concerning a person's status, whether legal or in some cases illegal. He has been targeted as a racial comment, and it isn't. It's a person. The issue is whether a person who is illegally here has any right to be here. Maybe they do. I don't know.
All right, you have a book that we want to make sure we mention. It's called Select Legal Topics. What is the book about?
It's a book of my legal issues that I covered over many years. It's been bought by several major universities, including the National University of Taiwan, and I think it's useful. I would hope, because I don't think I'm an arrogant person, Larry. I mean, who knows? A lot of people write books now.
Right,
you go to any bookstore, you find thousands of them.
Right.
I'm no position to feel that way. I hope the book is useful to people on legal issues. Yeah.
Okay, so we would read this and understand some of the legal philosophy of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I wrote a recent book, Essays on Faith, Culture, Politics, and Philosophy, which presents my position on certain Christian dogmatic thoughts. I mean, for example, some people will say that there was no fall in the Bible in Genesis.
There was no what?
Fall. Man was fell. We are told in Genesis people fell from their relationship with God, and the reason for that fall, and I said in this thing, and I think it has some truth, and I share this fault as much as anybody, Larry, is our pride.
Yeah.
So we said that she wanted to be like God or something. Satan, I think he did this. He appealed to her ego, her pride. And that's the great failure, I guess, of me and of all of us.
That's probably true. It's probably the downfall of all of us. Yeah.
It is the downfall of all of us.
Well, except for those who don't seem to give into it. Mother Teresa might be an example. Mother Teresa might be an example of somebody who didn't fall to her own ego.
Right. We're all weak in that way, myself included. When I say these things, I always include myself. Because I think it's fairly true, And I say that fall, it is an example of our weakness.
Yeah. Where are you, Andrew? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bayside, Queens, where I live.
Bayside, Queens. Oh. All right. Well,
in New York City. Okay.
And you're getting rainy, cold weather today, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We have a bit of the rain.
You really make a lot of sense when you are speaking about this issue, sir. I mean, so many people, they just get flustered and they don't really know how to express themselves, but you really are bringing out some great points.
Well, I try to be, I try to be honest, I mean, I don't feel like futzing around well, I don't know if it's lying, but engaging in political correctness. I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah. Well, I think as Americans, we have to keep our eye on whoever is holding that office. I think we have to give whoever. I think Donald Trump is setting himself up to try to do the best job he believes. I think Obama did what he thought was the best thing in his tenure. I think he did what he thought was best. And as Americans, we are ultimately the boss, and freedom of speech and freedom of the press are two of our greatest freedoms, because without them we can't ridicule the president and also to compliment the president. We don't have to compliment it. We're not in that kind of a country. Andrew, what a fascinating guy you are. I wish we had more time to chat. Do you want to give us a website for yourself or for the book?
Schatkin.com, Schatkin.com. I also do international work. So if people want to know about my international website, it's SchatkinLaw.com.
Okay, I'm going to look it up.
Also, the Donald Trump, I voted for him personally, and I thought he had I agreed with his policy positions. That's why I voted for him.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why he was elected was, number one, jobs. People are out of work. A lot of people are out of work. And can't find work, can't find enough paying work. And also national security. I think essentially whatever you want to say about him, those are the issues that he really raised.
Yeah. Wait, there's no picture of you on your website. I'm looking at it's all words.
Okay.
You need pictures. You don't have
to get a picture, huh? Yeah.
Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you for being on the air with us today.
No problem, Ryan. I'm glad that you have the opportunity to say a few things that I think, I would hope, have some, validity.
Yeah, I think you did a good job of it. Thank you for being on the air.
No problem. Bye.
All right, we will be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Here. Bye.
When you want to say thank you to your employees, clients, or friends, there's no better way than the gift of food. And no better food than from Honey Baked Ham and Cafe in Ocala. With gift cards, your special people choose what they want. Call 861-0011 today or visit Honey Baked Ham right behind Best Buy. It's gift giving all wrapped up without the usual stress. That number again, 861-0011.
Honey Baked Ham.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women who choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies.
Cookies!
Ocala's information station.